All right, we're in our first match with the Ceruledege EX deck. We have made the switch to the Legacy Energy. That's the main thing we're testing out today. We're going to be playing 10 matches total with the Legacy Energy build. We will have the deck list down in the comments and in the description. Make sure you guys check that out there if you want to see it. Oh, dang. Looks like we prized our Radiant Greninja, which is not great. Let's go ahead and grab Palkia. We are going to play the Squawkabilly. I know that we have our evolutions in hand, but we should be able to get those back pretty easily with Night Stretcher. We just have to kind of burn through our deck to be able to attack. So let's just go ahead and do that. We want to dump as much energy as possible here. Go ahead and play the PokéStop. Hopefully we don't mill our Legacy Energy. That's the only thing that feels bad when it happens. We do have the Night Stretcher in hand. We can play Carmine, get some more energies in the discard pile. I think we're just going to hold the hand. Our opponent didn't really get anything on board other than the P.E.K.K.A. Runt, so they're probably playing an Ancient Box style deck, which means they're going to have an early attack, but we should be able to do enough damage pretty easily with either the Palkia or the Ceruledege. We don't really have to worry about getting, 10, 15 energy in the discard pile when we're playing against Ancient Box style decks. Ancient Box is kind of scary for this deck. Okay, we got a regular Roaring Moon. This is actually a bit easier. The single prize Roaring Moon deck is really, really hard for us to deal with because of this guy right here. The Koraidon's really, really scary in the early game, and we do have the Squawkabilly on our bench, which our opponent can grab a hold of and take 2 prizes pretty easily. Not sure if our opponent's going to be able to get an attack here. Even if they do, we should be able to line up an attack with Ceruledege pretty easily using our Abyssal Flames attack. So far, they haven't attached any energy. They could be grabbing a Squawkabilly here. They did grab the baby Roaring Moon. That's probably their preferred attacker this turn. They only need 2 energy to be able to do so. And then they can use Frenzied Gouging their next turn with Roaring Moon to knock out whatever I'm attacking with. Not a great matchup. Honestly, not a great matchup. It's a bit easier that they do have the 2 prize Pokemon for sure, but still kind of sketchy. I thought this deck was going to be a lot better than it is. Playtesting a few matches already. The power level is really, really high, but the lack of tech cards is very, very noticeable against other decks like Reggie Drago, for instance, Palkia, Dusknoir. Really anything that plays Dusknoir. It's kind of miserable to play against most decks that have Dusknoir inside of it. Just the prize trade gets really, really weird. There's the Squawk. They do have the attack here with the baby Roaring Moon. They do have the KO. Completely fine. What I'm worried about is them having the Frenzied Gouging the following turn. And this is where the Legacy Energy is going to potentially win us the game. Not having Radiant Greninja is a big problem. We do really, really like to have the Radiant Greninja. Hopefully we can get that off the prizes, or we could find... honestly, I don't even remember if we have a Heavy Ball in this deck. Do we have a Heavy Ball in this deck? Honestly, don't remember. But we do need to find Legacy Energy at some point here. Our opponent's burning through their deck. Opponent is burning through that deck. Dark Patch, Manual Attachment. They got 28 cards out of their deck. That's crazy. I think our safest play here is to just go ahead and attack with Ceruledege. No reason not to. If we could get our hands on a boss's orders, that would be great. More than likely, we're just going to be swinging into the single prize Pokemon here. Let's see what we come up with. Go ahead and grab the Ceruledge EX out of our discard pile with the Night Stretcher. That's why we play 4 of them, since we're milling so many of our cards so fast in this deck. Let's just go ahead and dump. Very nice. There goes our Legacy Energy off PokéStop. That might just lose us the game right there. I think that might actually just lose us the game. We really, really needed that. We really needed that Legacy Energy for this matchup. This matchup specifically, that's a very, very valuable card. Because now our opponent could just basically win the game with Frenzied Gouging. If we had our Radiant Greninja, we could set up a Moonlight Shuriken to put damage on their Roaring Moon EXs. So if they use the Frenzied Gouging, they would knock themselves out. But it's just, we don't have it. It's in the prizes. It's honestly kind of a free way for us to deal with the Roaring Moons, but it's just not available for us. They still have to get 3 energy in play. They need a Professor Sada, they need a manual attachment, which they have, and then they need a Dark Patch to be able to attack this turn. They could play weird cards like Janine, but it's pretty unlikely. Pretty unlikely they're playing Janine. Man, milling the Legacy Energy with PokéStop is so tough. You really want to see this in the early game so you can get it on your board and then not have to worry about it. But we did end up milling it with PokéStop, which is just super unfortunate. I don't think our opponent's going to have an attack here. If they don't have an attack, it's completely fine. That should swing the game state back in our favor. If they do get a KO here on a Ceruledge, without the Radiant Greninja, it's going to be tough going. Honestly, going to be tough going. Looks like they're just kind of whiffing. They're not playing at all. I'm a big fan of Roaring Moon. It's a really, really fun deck to play, but man, is it frustrating when it doesn't work. And unfortunately, it bricks pretty often. Even with the Fezandipiti edition and the Squawkabilly, and then the free retreat options in the Pekka. You be better. Hey, Benji. Just hanging out, playing, testing some Ceruledege EX. It's a real fast deck, but unfortunately for us, our opponent is playing really, really slow. I thought that the timer being 10 minutes less over here, let me move my face. This is now a 20-minute timer instead of a 30-minute timer. I thought it would make people play faster. But in all honesty, it's made people play slower, it seems like. I like Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon's a lot of fun to play. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot of fun to play. But man, does it brick. Bricks quite often. Yeah, the Surging Sparks cards definitely sped up the meta quite a bit. The... like especially with decks like this, the Precious Trolley, the Brilliant Blender, there's a lot of cards that have really, really sped up the format. It was pretty fast to begin with. We're going to end up losing this matchup because we prized our Radiant Greninja. They do have to use Frenzied Gouging to get a knockout here. So we do have a return knockout lined up pretty easily. Latias EX is broken, like especially in decks like Miraidon. Playing Latias EX just makes it so you don't have to play all those like switch carts and things like that. It makes it a little bit, yeah, they're getting rid of the Palkia here so they don't have to deal with the Radiant Greninja later. Pretty smart play by our opponent because they have to only do 220 for this 2-prize knockout. So now we need to get up to 230 with our Ceruledge. Yeah, Latias is just broken all around. Like, it's just such a good card. If you play Area 0 Underdepths and you're playing basic Pokemon, it feels like a must-have. Yeah, we do still have a knockout here. Milling that Legacy Energy was tough. There's another Charcadet. I've actually been building an Iron Valiant deck with the with Entei, and Latias EX helps a lot. All right, we're doing 250. Man, having that Radiant Greninja prize has been really, really tough here. This is the main reason why we added the Legacy Energy back into this deck over the Brilliant Blender, because like the prize trade it ends up coming down to, you know, does your opponent have boss's orders? Boost Shake actually, Boost Shake, I'm not sure, was Boost Shake the one that evolved stuff? I think that actually rotated a while back. But Iron Valiant with Entei playing Latias is really, really strong. It makes it so you don't have to. I mean, you would still play the ancient or the future energy booster capsules for the free retreat on the Iron Valiants. You would still play those tools for the free retreat. Probably not as many of them though. But you could take them out. You could take out the tool cards, and you could add in more switching options, like switch and switch cart and things like that. Yeah, I mean, you would still probably play a couple of the future tools, because if they knocked out your Latias, you'd be kind of in trouble. But, I mean, that's 4 slots you could free up with 1 card. That's what it does. That's what it does for Miraidon, too. You don't have to play the switching carts. You don't have to play Prime Catcher anymore, which is a big deal. Makes it a lot easier. Our opponent needs another energy here. Yeah, the future booster capsule, being able to take all 4 of those out potentially, just and replacing it with Latias is pretty broken. You do only get the 1 retreat per game anyway, so. Yeah. I mean, if you want to make sure you don't prize it, having 2 Latias is perfectly fine. That's why sometimes I play 2 of the 4 Seal Stones in my Miraidon deck. Everyone's like, you can only play it once, but if it's in the prizes, the deck just doesn't work. Yeah, our opponent's going to win with P.E.K.K.A Runt. This is going to do 300 damage at the end of the game. Yeah, prizing Radiant Greninja and milling our Legacy Energy is losing us this game. I'm not really sure what they even want to bring up here. Yeah, Precious Trolley. You probably wouldn't use Precious Trolley in a Iron Valiant deck. I have built a Regigigas deck with Precious Trolley using the new Pikachu EX with its Topaz Bolt attack. It's crazy strong. If you start the Pikachu and then you have the Area 0 and you play Precious Trolley for 8 Pokemon, it's so crazy. You could have Pikachu attacking turn 2 sometimes with 3 different energy types. We gotta change the letter in there. Do they have the stadium for the Calamity Storm? If they do, I think that's just game over. And there's the stadium, of course. Yeah, we really, really needed the Legacy Energy this game. Because they just need one energy attachment on the Pekarunt for the KO next turn. It's crazy. This guy's taken 10 entire minutes more than I have this whole game. He's down to 6 minutes playing a fast deck. It's crazy, man. Yeah, they just need a manual attachment on Pekarunt to win next turn. There's nothing I can do about it. It's unfortunate. We don't even need to play any of these cards because they just need the manual attachment to win. Messing with the text font. It's black. It's kind of hard to see. Is our last prize card is the Radiant Greninja. How absurd is that? Yeah, incoming 300 damage from the Pekarunt. Let's do white. Text stroke. Let's do black. Yeah. That was kind of a super linear matchup because we prized our Radiant Greninja. It's just swing back and forward. Since they got the first knockout, they get the win. That's the problem with this deck. It is very, very linear. It did take an absurd amount of time to play out their hand, though. All right. Starting 0-1, that's okay. Sometimes prize cards just get you. Yeah, people are definitely thinking they're mega mind gaming. That's 100% true. Trying to change the text font here to like a white color so it's actually visible. All right, let's go ahead and save it. That should change it to like a white instead of that black color. I got the Yokohama 2023 coin. There we go. Cool. Hey, we have Radiant Greninja this game. That's fantastic. Yeah, it's really hard to play like Great Tusk whenever your opponent has free retreat. We got to ruffle it. Yeah, they're having a bad time. This is definitely a Squawkabilly hand. Go ahead and grab one of our Charcadets. Make sure we have our Palkia V and VSTAR, which we do. Just go ahead and grab we're going to grab the Palkia V since we only play one of those. And we're going to Carmine. There's the Legacy Energy. That's why we did not attach the energy beforehand because we do need to put this somewhere. Probably, since we don't have a Charcadet, I'm going to say we're going to put it on the Palkia. And then we're just going to squawk and seize. Still no Charcadet. That's crazy. All right, use PokéStop, then we'll use Radiant Greninja. We're going to dump one more water energy so we have Star Portal fully activated. And we'll get our one Charcadet. Not a bad first turn there. Not a bad first turn. You only gain 13 points per win, so like anything over like a couple hundred points in the new system is pretty high. People just play slow in general, though. Sometimes it's because they have slow internet, in all honesty. Yeah, if they don't get down a Manaphy, we're just going to use Radiant Greninja here. Yeah, we should be able to get Radiant Greninja online here pretty easily. And go ahead and grab out some more energies just so we can get closer to the bottom of our deck so we're able to actually do so. Just need an Ultra Ball or a Night Stretcher with the with the unfortunate mill. All right, let's grab the VSTAR. We're going to be using Star Portal, take out two of our opponent's Pokemon. I honestly don't know if we should take out the ball. We should just take out the Bone Sweets, right? Yeah, we should take out the Bone Sweets. All right, let's go ahead and Star Portal. Don't think our opponent's deck works without the Bone Sweets, so that's what we're going to go after. They have to be able to evolve those up. Still not 100% sure what our opponent's playing. I know that there's a Braviary that does like 30 damage to each of your Pokemon with one of its attacks. Normally it's used with like Serena EX, but they may end up just conceding this. Not a lot you can do whenever Radiant Greninja gets going, to be honest. We have 14 cards left in deck and we didn't see a single Ceruledge, did we? That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Hopefully our opponent doesn't just hang out till it times them out. Yeah, the full reset in the ranks, just happened. They completely redid like the rank system. You only get 13 points per win now. It's kind of crazy. We'll just start swinging with Palkia here. We're going to save our boss's orders because I have a feeling they're going to try and trap something. And if they do get down like a rare candy Pidgeot, then we could just boss that up and take 2 prizes. Sometimes it's easier and better just to swing at what's in front of you versus trying to get, try and get cute with your knockouts. We only play 2 bosses order, so we do have to be pretty careful with those. Yeah, they got rid of the premium battle pass as well, which I think was a good idea. And they added in 24 more tiers instead. There's 74 tiers total instead of 50. I really wish they would give us an actual rank system. Like once you get to the Arceus League, then you get a number. 1 through 10,000, how many ever people make it to Arceus League. That would be a lot of fun to be able to grind. Our opponent may have just closed out the game here. If there was an actual rank system, I would probably grind this a lot more than I do. I built this deck like in physical, form so I could play it at tournaments, and so far it's been probably my second I don't know. I've really liked Goldingo with the new Energy Search Pro. That's so strong. I think Goldingo is the best deck. Yeah, I don't blame them for just conceding there. Taking out the Bone Sweets just kind of ruined their whole plan. All right, we'll go to the next one. After that first match, I was kind of thinking we were going to have a bad time, but 1-1's not too bad. We're going to play 10 matches total just to see how we can see the winning percentage after 10 matches with this deck, playing Legacy Energy versus playing the Brilliant Blender. We have not even played the Legacy Energy yet. We have not used its effect at all, which is unfortunate, but sometimes when we do get to use it, it's going to be very important. All right, our opponent's getting to choose who goes first here. Nice. Do we get to go first? Oh, no, not the Blood Moon Ursaluna start. That's terrible. Leaving one Pokemon with 70 HP in my active spot is kind of scary. There's the Illumise, I think it's called, that if you go first, you can put it into the active spot and you can attack with it on your first turn, and it moves one of your opponent's Pokemon from their field of play to their hand. And if you only have one Pokemon, then you just automatically lose. It's also have, PTSD from Iron Valiant when it first came out. 20 damage, 20 damage, 20 damage, knockout, you lose. This looks like a Terapagos deck. Terapagos is probably the most free matchup we have. I don't think I've lost to a Terapagos deck playing this deck yet. We do have to be careful with our bench because they can use the Dust Noyers to pop our Charcadets if we don't evolve them up fast enough. And they also really like to go after the Radiant Greninja. Them going first here really is beneficial for them. They probably will get the first attack. There's a good chance they're going to run out of energies, though. Don't necessarily want to play Squawkabilly here. Let's see if we have our... We do have our VSTAR. I don't think we need Squawkabilly this game, but we're going to do it anyway. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to Squawkabilly because if we get a Professor's Research, that's just going to be a better card to play. Did not get the Research, which is completely fine. I'm going to grab the Palkia. Palkia is really, really strong in this game. It can knock out any of their stuff. Very nice. So we're going to Earthen Vessel away the boss's orders so we can use Pal Pad to put it back in deck, because we are going to be playing Carmine here. Need to get more water energies into the discard pile for Star Portal. We do have 3 after we use concealed cards. So we do have Star Portal with 3 energies available to us. We're going to put back Boss. We'll probably put back both of these cards, actually. You might as well. There's a lot of games where we get really, really close to decking out. And we'll just swing for 20. That 20 damage might actually be really important later on. If they play the double Bouffalant and they play Brave Charms, Blood Moon or Saluna can have an effective 370 hit points with those cards in combination with each other. So the 20 damage may seem insignificant, but it could add up later in the game if they play Bouffalant. Move that chat box a little bit. There we go. Can you read the chat box on screen, or is it too small? For me, it's really, really small because I don't have a full screen open. I'm curious if it's big enough for you guys to read. Yeah, not a whole lot's changed, but with the new set being out, people are trying really hard right now. You're not going to run into any weird decks right now for the most part. You're going to run into Terrapagos, you're going to run into Charizard, Dragapult, meta decks. Awesome. Glad you can read it. I wasn't really sure if that worked. Whoop. Yeah, if you can read it on a PC, then anybody on like a TV or anything can read it as well. Yeah, Great Tusk Mill has been a lot of fun. I actually took Great Tusk Mill to a League Cup. We had a charity event, and a lot of good players showed up, actually. Like Isaiah Chevelle and Andrew Hedrick all showed up to the Cup. And I managed to go 3-2 with Great Tusk Mill, which is, I know that doesn't sound like a good record, but I actually tied with 7th place. And I missed out on top cut because of winning percentage. It was a really, really fun thing to play. Nobody was really expecting it, to be honest. Oh, there's the prime catcher. Dang it. Got the Palkia. Dang it. Palkia would have been really, really nice to have. They may not even have an attack here, like a full 220 damage. Yeah, I have a new build of Great Tusk. The one that I have a video of, I don't even play it anymore. I've actually gone straight 4 of the handheld fans and 2 of the gravity gemstones, and it's helped Great Tusk Mill so much. That's the problem with Great Tusk Mill, man. It bricks so hard. I'll show you the deck list that I've been playing. That's super consistent. After this match, I'll go to the list because I have it on here as well. And I'll show you what I've been playing to make it more consistent. I think I went up to 4 Artisan, and it's helped a lot. Yeah, there's the Bouffalant. Our opponent should get to 220 here. They just need to fill up their bench. But we're going to play PokéStop and make them dump everything. There's Duskull. We never like to see those. The more of these they add, the more of them they have to keep, which is actually good for us. They don't get a knockout here. We can play the Jet Energy on Radiant Greninja, and we can Ultra Ball for VSTAR, and we can Moonlight Shuriken their Duskulls. But they do have the Quick Search, so they're probably going to go grab another Duskull. Ooh, they grabbed a Bouffalant. That's interesting. All right, so we have to do 290 now. What's really cool about this is if they want to keep that damage reduction, they have to keep these 2 cards. They have to keep the Pidgeot. So they're probably going to go down to a board state where they just cut these 3. We're about to find out, though. This is where the Legacy Energy is a huge benefit. That was a nice top deck right there. All right, we're doing 150. We need to do 290. Yeah, the neutralization zone, sometimes it just wins you the game. If you wait long enough and they don't have a Lost Vacuum or a Stadium, you just win. I honestly don't know what to do here. Like, this is tough. I'm not sure what to do here. Let's play PokéStop, make them dump their board down. I think we could get to 290 here. They have to keep both of these Bouffalants. They have to. Yeah. Shoot. I don't think we ever need the boss's orders here. That was actually a very clutch card to find. Without this, we may not have gotten to the damage output we need. All right, we need, yeah, two more energy discards, and we got the knockout. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Night Stretcher. Do we bring back the Palkia? I feel like we bring back the Palkia, right? Yeah, I think we have to bring back the Palkia here. It's just too strong. We do want to evolve our Charcadet here. Yeah, we're doing exactly 230. So we're doing 290. We could boss up and take the Pidgeot because it does the damage only applies to the basics. I think that's actually the play. I think bossing up the Pidgeot, doing the 290 on the Pidgeot is correct. It's really hard for them to function without Pidgeot. Our prize cards are going to be pretty good. We prized quite a few Night Stretchers, and we prized a couple of energy as well. The Night Stretcher has been really, really good because you can use it to grab an energy, and you can use Radiant Greninja basically every single turn with it. But I'll show you my Great Tusk Mill deck that I went 3-2 at that cup with. And the reason the 2 matches I lost were actually favorable for me. I just got absolutely nothing. I prized like 3 of my Explorer's Guidance and like 3 energy, and you only play like 6. And so it was really hard to use the Sadas and just got rolled. Yeah, without the Pidgeot, it's really hard for them to ever use the Duskulls. Probably going to grab another Pidgey here. If I had to guess, that's what I would guess they're going to grab. Dumping the Lost Vacuum, that's kind of interesting. And an Iono. Those are 2 really, really powerful cards in this game. The Legacy Energy is really helping us out. Even if they get a knockout here, they're only taking 1 prize card with it. So it does put the prize trade in our favor. They can re-offset that prize trade with the Dusknoir, taking like the Radiant Greninja or the Charcadet. But if they do that, then it also allows us to, you know, do like Radiant Greninja shenanigans and stuff. I think Terapagos is a bad deck. I honestly, and with all my heart, believe that Terapagos is a bad deck. I made like a tank version of Terapagos with like Brave Charms and stuff like that. And it just, I don't know, man. I just think it's a bad deck. It's very, like, makes the deck super clunky without Pidgeot, especially. Like this like if they got hit, if they Iono'd, like if I played Iono after taking out their Pidgeot, they would just lose the game. All right, our opponent is thinking very hard about what they're going to do here. There's not a lot for them to do other than just swing. They could play PokéStop, but they run the risk of milling their own energy. Reliance on Area 0 is pretty bad. The Regigigas deck that I built with the Pikachu EX is super reliant on the Area 0. If people bump it, then you just kind of lose. But so many people are playing the Area 0, and so many people are only playing like 2 Pokestops or like 1 Artisan, not very heavy stadium counts. Sometimes you could just win the stadium war regardless, which is really nice. It's going to take us a couple hours to get these 10 matches in with how slow everyone's playing. This guy's already down to 10 minutes on his timer. All right, so they probably have Area 0 in their hand. Going to Buddy Poffin for probably a Duskull and a Pidgey. They don't have Area 0. I'd be very surprised. So here comes the Pidgey. A Fez. Okay. Why didn't they just grab the Area 0? They could have grabbed Area 0 Nest Ball and done the same thing here. It's not necessarily the reliance on the Area 0. It's the problem that whenever your opponent bumps the stadium, you have to get rid of all of your Pokemon, and then it's really hard to get those Pokemon back. You don't play enough Super Rods, you don't play enough Night Stretchers to get that stuff back. They're probably going to take out my Greninja here with their Dusknoir. That's what I would do. That's the definitely the best play they can make, is to take out Radiant Greninja. We do have one Jet Energy left. Some miracle we could top deck that. That would be great. There's the Area 0. So they already had it. They're just playing really slowly. And the reason why I like the Reggie deck works with Area 0 is that it... oh, that's unfortunate. Nice. The reason why the Reggie deck works with Area 0 so well is because you play so many Super Rods and so many Night Stretchers, you just have to, that it just works. I think we're just going to push up the Palkia here. We do have Star Portal online. We do not have any more stadium bumps, so they're going to have their Area 0 in play for the rest of the game. Yeah, that's really unfortunate, but they did have to give us a prize card to do it. And they're only getting one back. So they still have to take 2 more knockouts. So if we take out this Terapagos, they essentially cannot use their Duskulls anymore. Yeah, we're just going to Star Portal here, and I'm not sure they could do much of anything else. I think we have to keep the Night Stretcher, right? Yeah, we have to keep the Night Stretcher. Probably could have played the Night Stretcher to grab an energy. But we're running low on them, so I don't really want to do that. All right, we're doing 240, so we do have a knockout already. I don't think we need to... I think we just leave our hand the way it is. Put 2 on Palkia. We're going to put 1 on Greninja. Yeah. If somehow they manage to get a knockout on the Palkia next turn, we need the Night Stretcher for the energy for our Ceruledge to win the game. Yeah, so they can't use Dusknoir any longer, and I'm surprised they haven't just conceded. I haven't... Playing this deck, specifically the Ceruledge deck, I haven't lost to a single Terapagos build. There's just too much damage output from Ceruledge and Palkia. The Bouffalons don't matter, and if you take out the Pidgeot, there's just not a lot they can do. And they can only do so many of the Dusknoir pops before they just run out of prize cards. They can try and trap, like the Ceruledge. It does have 2 retreat cost. There's Iono, which is completely fine. Yeah, Ultra Ball. Not the card we want to see, not at all. Yeah, they need Counter Catcher or Boss's Orders to get Palkia out of the active. There's nothing they have. Yeah, there's Counter Catcher. Going to bring up the Ceruledge, of course. Interesting. They could take the knockout, but then they just lose. Okay, that's fine. I don't think we're doing enough damage now, actually. We need a Pokemon. There's Night Stretcher. Yeah, we're only doing 200. It's gross. Even with another one, we're only doing 220. We're going to lose. That's exciting. We got to find 2 more Pokemon here, otherwise we lose. That's what we needed. We got to get another Night Stretcher here, otherwise we lose. Yep. We got to thin our deck as much as possible, right? Yeah. We have one Night Stretcher. We need the Night Stretcher to win. Can we get the one Night Stretcher? Dang it. They definitely have boss in hand, so this is game over. Oh, that's unfortunate. They definitely have boss in hand. No way they don't. They haven't played a single one. That's just unfortunate. First time I've lost against this deck. No shot they don't have boss. Yeah. Congratulations. All right, 1-2. 3 matches in, we're 1-2. That was scuffed, man. I'm not going to lie, that was super scuffed. But that's just how this deck feels. They just go after everything besides your Ceruledge. They knock out your Palkia before you can evolve it. They take out your Squawkabilly. That's 4 of their prizes right there. Just, you know, counter catch your boss, win. Whenever I was playing this before the live stream, just kind of trying it out, that's kind of the feeling I got and why I went to the Legacy Energy over the Brilliant Blender. I think I threw that match, right? Why didn't we? I should have just attacked with Ceruledge. Why was I trying to attack with Palkia? Yeah, we definitely had enough damage with Ceruledge. I just didn't see it. I threw that match. Thinking about it now, I should have just attached a fire energy to Ceruledge. That's okay. Just do the Squawk and Seize here. Grab a couple more water energy. We're going to go ahead and play the Carmine, just dump everything here. Did get the Palkia, which is nice. We have a pretty good hand for next turn. I don't know why I was trying to attack with Palkia at the end of that game. I completely threw that. All we had to do was attack with Ceruledge. We definitely had enough damage on board for it. All right, we got Raging Bolt, it looks like. The Iron Valiant deck might be a good play right now. There's a lot of setup decks, like my deck, 70 HP Pokemon, where you could just kind of cheese them, you know? I think if our opponent gets a knockout here on Squawkabilly, we just kind of lose this match too. Super unfortunate. We do have a return knockout though, which is pretty cool. Yeah, there's the Raging Bolt. They don't have any electric or fighting energy in the discard pile, which is good for us. So there could be a little miracle here. Yeah, they just went ahead and dumped it. Maybe if they get lucky and get another Soddet, they do have a knockout here pretty easily. Can't believe I didn't just attack with the Ceruledge. I don't know what I was thinking there. There's the Bolt. Are they going to just do Burst Roar? Oh, no. I mean, that kind of makes this really easy for us, not going to lie. All right, there's another Carmine. We do need to guarantee. We could dump one Carmine, grab 2 energy here. Yeah, I just didn't see it. I was thinking about how I was going to get one of my last 2 Night Stretchers, honestly. We're going to grab Ceruledge here. Going to play Carmine. And we got the Legacy. That's amazing. It's about as perfect as that could go, honestly. There's almost no chance they don't have a return KO here. Dang, I really don't want to get rid of the research, but we have to. We got to get another Charcadet down here. And then we'll just take the knockout. This is where the Legacy Energy is going to be really, really big for us, because if they try and go around it, then we just have return KOs for the rest of the game. I think having the Legacy Energy secured to our very first Ceruledge here just wins us the game. I don't think they can do anything about it, unless they play like Enhanced Hammer or they play Temple of Sinnoh, which is pretty uncommon for these decks. Secret Box, that's interesting. Don't see that too much in Raging Bolt. It is a really, really good card for Raging Bolt, especially if they play the tool card. If they play the Ancient Booster Capsule for the HP, it's really, really good. They do play, okay, they play Brave Charm. That's okay. Once they knock this out, we're going to be doing 290 anyway, and we have an attack lined up already. Unless they hit us with Iono, but most of the time Raging Bolt, if they do play Iono, it's only a 1 or 2 of. Put back the Sadas. Yeah, 2 Sadas back with Pal Pad. There's the Fezandipiti. This card is broken, man. Its ability is way too strong. All right, they do have a knockout with a Lightning Energy attachment, which is unfortunate for us. Yeah, they got the knockout, but that's okay. We do have the Legacy Energy attached, so they're only going to be getting 1 prize card off this Ceruledge knockout. We do have PokéStop, we have Fezandipiti, we have everything that we really need, honestly. And we do have a return KO here. I think Fezandipiti before PokéStop is correct. Research is amazing. We're going to see 13 cards this turn. All right, go ahead and use Nest Ball. We're going to grab Greninja. And we're going to Nest Ball for another Charcadet. We're going to hit Fezandipiti. We may not even PokéStop here. Yeah, we're doing exactly 290. That's all we need. I don't think we need to PokéStop, do we? No, we don't. We'll just take the 2 prizes. We haven't played a boss this turn, and I don't think either of them were prized, so it's just game over. Oh, 1 was prized. Okay. Not something you really look at whenever you're playing against a Raging Bolt deck, because it's just 2-2-2 across the board. Whoever gets the first 3 knockouts win. Have you guys seen the new, what's it called, Toge Kiss? That allows you to flip a coin. If heads, you get to draw an extra prize card. Imagine taking 2 knockouts, like on Fezandipiti and Squawkabilly, and you flip heads and you take 6 prizes with 2 attacks. I'd be so mad. So mad. We do have game in hand. We have Night Stretcher for the Fire Energy, Ceruledge, and that's all we need. We'll get boss up, whatever. We didn't need anything this game other than Ceruledge attacking. It's crazy. This is where the deck feels really, really strong, is against these basic 2 prize decks. We haven't had to play like a single card from our hand. Yeah, there's the concession. Honestly, if I played If I played better, we would be 3-1. We honestly should have won that last game. We should be 3-1 with this deck right now. If I would have just promoted the Ceruledge instead of the Palkia. I could have even retreated the Palkia to get the 2 energy off to do more damage. That's how bad of a misplay it was on my part. Because if I needed more energy, I could have just got him off the Palkia by manually retreating it. Yeah, you could donk people with the Iron Valiant pretty easily. There's a lot of people playing like low HP decks right now. Dragapult, Charizard, Terrapagos. There's a lot of them out there. This is a really good Squawkabilly hand. Hopefully we didn't prize our Squawkabilly. That would be unfortunate. We do play 2 of them for that reason. I've seen crazier things happen, though. Getting rid of a Pal Pad does feel pretty bad, though, this early in the game. Never want to get rid of Pal Pads this early. Nice. Very nice mulligan. Oh, Regidrago. I'm excited for this. I'm excited to see their build. This is a really, really fun deck to play. I'm not going to give them PokéStop. I don't even know if we could Squawkabilly here, because we have to have these PokéStop. Like, the easiest way to beat the Reggie deck is to just dump their stadium. I really don't want to get rid of this. I mean, we don't really have a choice, do we? We have to play the game. Well, I really don't want to. We have to keep the PokéStop, don't we? That's unfortunate. No. Okay, we're just gonna play it all down. All right, let's go ahead and hit the Squawkabilly. I hate dumping our PokéStop there. Like, PokéStop is so strong in this matchup, but we don't really have a choice. I think we do PokéStop here. Try and get some Night Stretchers. That's perfect as well. We just needed a Night Stretcher. All right, we'll go ahead and pass. If they have the Area 0 Precious Trolley in hand, I'm going to be big sad. It's going to happen. There's the Heavy Ball. But got to play like 3 Heavy Balls in the new Reggie deck, because if you prize any of your Reggies, you just have a bad time. Got the Reggie Ice out. Figuring out which Reggie they only play one of is also kind of a fun thing to do with this deck. So, like, if you know they only play one Reggie Rock, you could just target down the Reggie Rock every single turn, and there's not a lot they can do about it. There's the Steel. There's the Ice. Prime Catcher. Okay. Squawkabilly's fine. We'll just manually retreat. Research. That's kind of scary. They got rid of 2 of the energy they need for Pikachu there. Probably going to grab the Pikachu EX here, or Squawkabilly, one of the 2. I'm kind of scared. They're getting a good setup here. They get the attack with Registeel, we're going to be in trouble. They don't have a Luminous or a Metal Energy in the discard pile yet, though, so we could be safe. If they're playing just straight Reggies, I don't know about this. There's the Area 0. Regigate. Probably grab the Pikachu here. I mean, you almost have to grab Pikachu off the Regigate. That's the cool part about Regigate is it's any basic Pokemon. But they grabbed the rock. I don't know about that. They did use their Prime Catcher, which means they do not have Precious Trolley. So far, I'm not really scared of this deck at all. $420 damage. Legacy Energy is going to be huge in this matchup. Taking 6 prizes is going to be kind of tough for us. That is an awesome card to see. Next turn, if they get another Registeel down, we'll just go after Registeel, and that way they can never use their Ancient Wisdom attack, and we don't even have to worry about them being able to charge up their Pikachu. I'm assuming they play Pikachu EX. I'd be very surprised if they have a knockout this turn. There's a Night Stretcher. Bringing back the Steel. Are they going to bench lock themselves? Okay. I was going to say, are they going to bench lock themselves? There goes 2 Area Zeros. That's interesting. If we bump this one, they're going to have a hard time getting, they're only going to have 1 left. If they only have 1 Area Zero, it's going to be really hard for them to do anything. We'll use this Ultra Ball next turn probably, and we're going to check for our other PokéStop because that might be our win condition, is playing that PokéStop. What are you playing with your Iron Valiant, Benji? Are you playing Entei, or are you playing like a Future Box deck with like Iron Hands and stuff, or like one of those, like I think it's Miraidon with like the Peak Acceleration? And there's Pikachu. They still don't have an attack with Pikachu yet. Wait, actually they do. They do have the attack with Pikachu, but they need a ton of cards. Yeah, let's say they probably just don't have it. This is where we're going to just start running away with this game. Future Box with Iron Hands, or Future Box with like just like the Peak Acceleration only. I think we keep the Jet. I think we just keep swinging. I don't think we have to do anything special here. I think we just keep swinging. Our target is now the Regidragos, so if they don't get another Night Stretcher to pull that Regidrago out and they bench another one, we'll just go after Regidrago. Okay, Future Box with Iron Hands. That makes sense. I don't think that really gained any new cards, did it? I think it's still just kind of the same deck from like, what, 6 months ago? I don't think it's got a single new card. There's the Grass. Retreat, probably to the Regieleki. They're going to Electromagnetic Sonar. Probably grab their Prime Catcher back. Yeah, I didn't think it had gotten any new cards. I couldn't think of anything. What did they grab? Actually, did they grab Research? They did grab a Research. Okay. I think we just go after what's in front of us here. I don't see any reason to boss around this yet. We're going to want to boss around the Pikachu is what we're going to want to do. We're trying to fill up our bench here because we could get rid of all of our 2 prize liabilities at some point in the game if they don't do anything about it. Yeah, the Latias is huge though, but that 20 extra damage is also pretty important for like Peak Acceleration. We're just going to swing at what's in front of us. Yeah, I don't think you could play the Regis without the Precious Trolley. If they had Precious Trolley at any point here and just filled up their bench, they would have been attacking with Pikachu and just kind of, you know, running me over. There's Greninja. They have another Regieleki in hand, so they did not bring that one back. So that'll be our boss target. There's Ultra Ball. They need Drago, and they need Drago, and that's their last Area Zero. That's really bad for them. If we get one more PokéStop, and dump their area 0, then they can never attack with their Pikachu because they can never use Ancient Wisdom. All right. All they need now is the Regigigas. Like, this deck could use the Latias. I mean, it is kind of tight on bench space instead of these switch cards. There's the Gigas. All right, so they do have a 300 damage attack here, which is scary for us. We still have not seen our Legacy Energy. That would really, really help our prize trade here. I'd really like to see... I think we just win. I mean, Briar just basically makes it so we win. Because once they get down to 2 prizes, we could just take an extra prize, even having to hit through the Pikachu's Resolute Heart. Even hitting through that, it's going to be okay. The Lycia's Appeal is going to be the replacement for Boss's Orders. Like, thankfully, they're going to get rid of Boss's Orders, in my opinion. Is that the one where, like, if it's like a basic, it, like, switches, like, Boss's Orders? I think they're going to do, like, more specific Boss's Orders, because Boss's Orders is just too strong. All right, they got 2 of the Regi attacks here. Are they retreating? Why? I mean, I get it, but they could have just taken the Ceruledge here. This doesn't really do a whole lot. I'm completely fine with this. Boss's Orders is, like, probably the second strongest supporter card of all time. All right, so we get to use our Fezandipiti here. Our opponent's going to take 2 prizes next turn, and then we just play Briar and win. We don't need, like, them retreating the Pikachu was a big mistake. All right, we're going to Ultra Ball here. I go ahead and grab the VSTAR. I was really hoping that we could get a hold of our last PokéStop, but just didn't happen. There's Legacy. We could have used that. We're just going to thin out our hand in case they play Iono. We do still have our other PokéStop. Honestly, if at any point we would have seen that PokéStop, I think we would have won the game. But our win condition is Briar. Next turn, they're going to do Pikachu, obviously. They're going to take 2 prizes. And then we're just going to boss around, play Briar. Actually, we can't boss and Briar same turn, can we? We might lose here. We may lose. I'm not sure what the time card does. We need PokéStop so bad right here. We need a PokéStop, and then we need to boss around whatever they have in play. Having the double Regigigas is just killing us right now. Because they're going to load up this Pikachu, and then they're going to load up another Pikachu on the bench. They're playing an absurd amount of grass energy here. Yeah, that kind of ruins our plan. That ruins our plan. Dang it. Yeah, the draw, that's a bad card. All right, so here's what we do. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. But I'm pretty sure we just have to Moonlight Shuriken both Pikachus here. Yeah, we just Moonlight Shuriken both Pikachus. And just hope they don't have it next turn. We could try and trap the Regigigas as well. That's a play. Dang it. If we could play Briar and Boss in the same turn, that would be epic. All right. We do need an energy here. We need to try and get PokéStop. We need to try and get PokéStop. Of course not. There's just too many. There's too many outs for them. They have dumped a lot of their switching cards. So the play is boss up Regigigas. We're going to Star Portal. We're going to Moonlight Shuriken both Pikachus. And just hope they can't retreat. That's our only play. Yeah, we're going to... This is the play. Oh, they're Terra Pokemon. What am I doing? Oh, my God. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. It's been a long night. Well, I think we still win with Briar, though. This doesn't really matter unless they have... If they have a switch cart, it does matter. If they don't have the switch cart, it doesn't matter. This Reggie deck is way stronger than it appears whenever they use the right cards. They're using Prime Catcher, so they just didn't get set up. If you play the Precious Trolley, you can set this Reggie deck up in like the first turn. It's absurd. Yeah. I just tossed this game out the window is what I did. It's too late. I'm just done. I shouldn't have done that. I know better. All right, so 2 of our 3 losses have just been me playing badly, in all honesty. That game was free. I can't believe I did that. I told you dumping the PokéStop that early in the game was a terrible, terrible idea. Yeah, that's 2 thrown matches by me. Not disrupting their board at all, leaving like all the Reggies in play just that long. Oh my gosh. There's just nothing you could do about it. We're gonna have to Legacy Energy away or Squawkabilly away our Legacy Energy. That's amazing. I completely forgot about the Terra Pokemon not being able to be attacked on the bench. Well, this is terrible. All right, Legacy Energy on Squawkabilly. It's terrible. There goes both of our Ceruledge. That's not good. I'm going to grab Greninja here before we Squawk and Seize. PokéStop. And I guess we'll grab 1 Charcadet. And we'll pass. What we're actually going to do is we're going to attach another energy and leave this Legacy Energy on Squawkabilly so they can't boss it up for 2 prizes, which is what basically everybody's been doing to us. There's the Iron Valiant you keep talking about. Oh, man. I threw that game so hard. Should have kept that PokéStop in hand. Needed to keep that PokéStop in hand. They had no Pokemon search. I don't know what this deck is. Terrapagos with Iron Valiant. These Terrapagos could just be like Terra Pokemon. Well, there's Latia. They're doing exactly what you're saying. Iron Valiant into with Latias, free retreat. Put 2 damage counters wherever. All right, they're using Fire Energy. Probably bringing up the Iron Valiant for the 2 damage counters. Let's see. We're going to Night Stretcher for one of our Ceruledge back. Yeah, we should just... We're going to have to retreat the Squawkabilly and give up on the... We're going to go ahead and play our other Night Stretcher. And we're going to grab... This is all of our Night Stretchers, so we're giving up on Palkia if we do this. But that's okay. We could give up on Palkia, right? Right. I'm going to use concealed cards here. Grab out the Fezandipiti. Doing the 230 damage. We're really close to not even having the knockout there. I don't see our opponent having a return KO here. I feel like this is kind of them play testing an interesting idea. I don't know how well it's going to work. Because their max damage, even with their max damage, they're not knocking out Ceruledge here. Dumping the Legacy Energy felt really, really bad there, but sometimes that's just how it goes. Oh, there goes Boss. I got Monkey Dorian here too. Playing Crispin, that makes sense. Dark Energy, Jet, Fire. There's Magma Basin. You can only Magma Basin to Fire Pokemon. They don't have any Fire Pokemon. Maybe they have like Radzard in the back here. Entei maybe. There's Counter Gain. This is a really strong card. There's Entei. So they should have an attack here with Entei. Still not a knockout. I think the max damage for Entei is 220. So they still need an area 0. Which they can get with the Forest Seal Zone. Brave Charm, Research. They should have an area 0 here, right? I don't see why they wouldn't. I know this is one of those games where it's just like, let's just go to sleep. Sometimes that's just how. There's the Radzard. Okay. I still don't know. Okay. I still don't have an area 0. Like, they're still not taking a knockout here. Right? It's 220 max. So we just take a knockout. And then charge up another Charcadet, take the last knockout, right? Or am I crazy? If they get a knockout here, we could be in trouble. Yeah, max is 220. I don't know if they just don't play the area 0 or if they just whiffed it. Something happened there. Trainers. All right. We're going to Magma Basin back one of our energies here to our Charcadet. Concealed cards. We may have to dump our hand here to get up to the 280 to knock this Entei out. All right, let's see if we can get there. We need one more energy, so we got it. And we'll just swing for the knockout. This is one of those super straightforward games. That's honestly probably why I miss playing so much, because I'm so tired. I'm honestly tired. I didn't see the Ceruledge knockout, and then I completely forgot about the Terra Pokemon with Moonlight Shuriken. Just not thinking about it. Be nice to see a boss's orders here. But we should be able to see our whole deck with concealed cards and with Fezandipiti. So we should have a knockout and be able to get around this Radiant Charizard. Unless by some chance both of our last prizes are boss. That would be unfortunate. All right. I feel like Oranguru is a really, really strong card. This back the order that allows you to search for 2 Pokemon tool cards paired up with the Latias ability is really strong. There's the Area 0 finally. Okay, so they do play Area 0. I think this deck would just play completely different if they had Area 0 the whole time. There's Tatsugiri, another card that really benefits from the Latias. You use to attract customers, and then you have free retreat. Unfortunately for them, we should be able to see our whole deck here. They could boss up the Fezandipiti. That's a play, but if they do that, we could just, draw into the boss's orders anyway. So switch card. They did have free retreat. I'm not sure why they didn't just do that. Okay, so they wanted the Tatsugiri first. They could be searching for boss to take out the Fezandipiti here. We do need a boss's orders to win. Iono's completely fine. It makes it... I think it guarantees us to have boss's orders if they take a knockout here. I think they're just giving us boss's orders. They did. I'm not going to complain, though. It's weird that they play Magma Basin and Area 0. I don't see how they can fit that many stadiums in one deck. They could have... If they had this that whole time, they definitely should have... No, they played Iona to get it. Okay. So they could have Tachyon Bits the Ceruledge. That could have made things a little bit more interesting. I don't think Are you talking about Altaria EX or like the Soothing Tune Altaria that like it puts your opponent to sleep and they have to flip 2 coins? There's 2 different ones. Both of them are pretty niche, weird stuff to play. Do they have the Tachyon bits? They could have the knockout here with Tachyon bits. And they have the Prime Catcher on the Fezandipiti, of course. How many games in a row is this where they've just taken out our Fezandipiti and that's been why we lose? In this circumstance, that's not why we lose. We have boss in hand and we could just take out one of their 2 prizers. Yeah, the Soothing Lullaby where they have to flip 2 coins, it's definitely a... I don't know if you remember Zorobox with the Phantom Transformation. That's kind of the deck that you need to play to actually be able to utilize that. All right, what do we want to knock out? I think we knock out their Fezandipiti just to get some retribution here. We were definitely guaranteed a boss. All right. That was pretty free. I could see what they're doing here. If they get this going with, you know, double Iron Valiant, it could actually be kind of scary. Yeah, Zorobox had a Phantom Transformation ability where you evolved the Zoru with the Zoroark and you use its ability, and then you could put that Pokemon into your active spot. So you would play basically a bunch of Stage 1 Pokemon that were super effective against your opponent. You'd play like a Fire type, a Water type, Dragon type, just really strong cards in general. And then you would play like Reversal Energy. You know, 4 and 2 would look a whole lot better than 3 and 3. I really want to give myself that win because we definitely had it. I just didn't do it. But playing the Soothing Lullaby was not even really a Zorobox thing. Like, I played it a lot, and I never used that Soothing Lullaby attack because you just want to take prize cards. It's really hard to take prize cards with that card. It's not that you're bad at deck building. It's just not a good card. It's a fun card, not a good card. There's a... Unfortunately, there's a difference. All right. What are we going to start this time? We're going to start the Charcadet, which is fine. And our opponent is playing Iron Thorns. Are we going first? No, they're going first. I hate this deck, man. They better have like 7 mulligans. 2 mulligans, lucky. Oh, they had 4 mulligans total. They do have Enhanced Hammer, so they can get rid of Legacy. Crushing Hammers. Ugh. Well, we just build up our Charcadets and dump energy as we can. It's going to be really hard for us to dump energy, though. Oh, jeez. Hisuian Bravery is really interesting. Frostlass is really good, but Frostlass and Bravery are more of like Serena EX type cards. Do we put down the Palkia? It's a 2 energy attacker. That could... No, I don't think we ever get enough bench to do that. Yeah, we just got to start building up damage here. It's not the way to build up damage. They probably have Enhanced Hammer in hand to get rid of our Legacy Energy, which is fine. We actually want more energy in the discard pile here. There's the Arven. Gonna grab the Tool card. Probably Enhanced Hammer. That's what I would grab. I don't know if we ever lose this matchup. Handheld Fan. That's interesting. That's kind of scary, actually. I don't think they ever get through enough of our Ceruledge EXs, do they? I just don't see it. We do have to be super careful with our Night Stretchers and stuff, though. They're going to play the fan. Yep. They do have a Professor's Research in hand for next turn. They're not getting a prize card unless they have the hammer. Just have the enhanced hammer in hand. Iron Thorns makes me mad. It really does. Stuff like that makes me mad. It's just like, just have it in hand. You play... I guess maybe they play 2 enhanced hammers because I think 1 was reversed. So that's not terrible. But still aggravating, man. All right. Fortunately, I think we have to just... We do have to grab a Fire Energy this way because we can't play any abilities. We're going to run out of Night Stretchers. That's what's going to happen. I think we boss and bring up this Iron Thorns and just kind of hope that they can't like retreat it. You know what I mean? I think that's the play. If they don't have the tool to switch it around, then maybe we're okay. They probably just have it in hand, right? Yeah. Wasn't expecting that. Honestly, wasn't expecting that, but it's completely fine. PokéStop would be really nice right now. Like, they have to take knockouts. Like, this isn't going to work. So far, they've had the exact 2 cards they need to be able to, you know, do stuff. They had to have Prime Catcher and Enhanced Hammer for this to be working out for them so far. Oh, shoot. Yeah, we just grabbed the Ceruledge. I like top decking that, but we had to play our Night Stretcher preemptively there. Hopefully we see a bunch of Earthen Vessels here. No. Dang it. I think if they play a penny here, we lose. Believe it or not. I think if they play a penny here, we lose. I'm sure they have a penny off. No, boss, whatever. They do just have to attack here. That judge is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the judge. I appreciate that a lot. Did they get the switch cart? If they didn't get the switch cart, I think we win. Because they're 3-hit KOing this Ceruledge, which is really difficult for them to do anything about. I honestly don't see a way I lose. Like, it's just one of those matchups. Like, if I get 2 Ceruledge down like we have, I just don't see how we lose. All right, we're going to save the Carmine in hand because we do want this Briar. There's a Night Stretcher, which we really needed. Yeah, so they're still 3-hit KOing us here, and with this Carmine, I think we could get. I think we could get to a 1-hit KO here. I don't even think we need a 1-hit KO because they're still what 3-4 attacks away. So if we just slow play it, I think we just have it. But Iron Thorns is crazy, man. They could have a bunch of crazy. Oh, TM Devo. Okay. And there's Lost City in play, so wonderful. But with us going down to only having this one Ceruledge in play, they just have Judge. Nice. That means that they can't move our energy around, and they can't do any more of these shenanigans. So I think we're fine here. Yeah, because we have a knockout on this one, and then we should be able to get to the next knockout. TM Devo, so cringe, man. All right, let's grab out some more stuff to just dump. We don't want Squawkabilly. We do want to put back Professor Research, though. And we probably want to put back Carmine. We still don't have a 1-hit KO. We still don't have a 1-hit KO. This is crazy. Like, where's all of our energy? There's one. All right, so we need to keep our hand, and we need to research this away. And we need to get one more energy on like Earthen Vessel Ultra Ball, and we have it. They're going to play a couple of enhanced hammers here, but if them playing enhanced hammer is actually good for us because it increases our damage. I really hope, or sorry, crushing hammer. Crushing hammer actually helps us here. It is not a bad thing. I'm hoping that they knock off one of these energies. That would be great. Yeah. Please knock off one of the energies. Knock off both, actually. If they knock off both energies, I think we're almost guaranteed to get a fire energy. Yeah. All that did was help us. So now we only need 2 energy, which we have in hand. Because we needed 3, now we only need 2. Yeah, because we're doing 190. We dump all of this. Yeah, concession. You got to love whenever they play those type of decks where they're completely just stalling you out. And then as soon as they realize they can't win, they just run away. I'm not a fan of that deck. Not a fan of that deck. That we could have lost that match. We really could have. I was being a little harsh on Iron Thorns. It's an okay deck. It's really hard to play against. But we do play a lot of Professor's Research, so it just took us a long time to get energy going there. They did hit us with 2 Judge. That's the big reason why, honestly. Them hitting us with the 2 Judge. We are 4-3. 5-2 would look a lot better. Not lying. We should have won that match. All right, Charcadet start is awesome. Having Boss and Palkia in hand is not so great. Is this the same guy? Brother, I don't want to play this again. Can we just skip this? Do I have to count it as a loss if we just skip this? I really don't want to play this again. No, it's not really fair for us to skip it. Got to play what's in front of us. Thorns is very boring, but it is a deck. And since it is a deck, we got to play it. Yeah, they're playing the Flygon EX. So it's not technically a Thorns deck. It's not the Quad Thorns. But still not fun, you know? I wish I could Ultra Ball away these 2 researches, but I can't do that. If we could grab the Greninja, that would be great. We'll just end turn. We got to keep the 1 research in hand. I don't think Flygon's too bad, because with Flygon, you play like the Pekarunt, and you play the, what's the name of that card that, like when you switch it to the active, it allows you to switch your opponent's Pokemon. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but they put like a rescue board on that, and then they can free retreat into whatever their attacker is. It's normally the Flygon. We do want to grab the VSTAR out before we play Professor's Research. There's the Arven. Not really sure what they're going to do here. We can get up to 1-hit KO numbers on their Flygon EX, so it's going to be kind of rough for them. Might play this in a tournament tomorrow. There's a couple of online tournaments tomorrow morning on Limitless TCG. Let's look and see what time they start. Online tournaments. Yeah, 9 a.m. Got the Card Cavern Showdown and the Pokemon Battle Park. We'll probably play one of those. They're dumping one of the rescue boards. That's interesting. They could have Rare Candy Flygon here, though. That's definitely a possibility. It's the Future Capsule. Yeah, Rare Candy. Nice. Does hit for 130. And then they could move the Thorns into play. Good play. Very good play. Very good play. The online tournaments are fun, but they're also they're kind of toxic. Like, the reason why they're kind of toxic is because it's open deck list. So you see a ton of like Pidgeot control. You see just a ton of stuff to, you know, control the matchup because they have your exact list. So they know exactly what you're playing. And it's, like I said, it's just not very fun sometimes. Let's just leave it at that. The tournaments are fun, but they could be super toxic because of the amount of control decks you'll see for that reason. Man, we're only doing 130. Which is okay, I guess. This is why the Brilliant Blender was like an option in this deck, because if we had the Brilliant Blender at any point, we would have been doing 230 damage instead of 130 damage. I like this build of Flygon with the Iron Thorns. It's pretty strong. There's the Vitality. So they're doing 140 now, which is not good. There's Mimikyu. That's toxic. So they'll do the Flygon attack, and then they'll switch into the Mimikyu. Pretty toxic. I think this match is still pretty winnable, though. We'll boss up this Flygon at some point and just knock it out. Yeah, they're going to push up the Mimikyu this time, which is fine. Oh, they pushed up Thorns. That's surprising. I'm not going to complain. I'll take it. Let's go ahead and put this down. Do need to put back the boss. I wish we could have put back double boss there, but we do need to draw some cards. Very nice. I think we prized 2 Charcadet. We did. So we got to pull one back out with Night Stretcher here, which is not a very good use of Night Stretcher, but we don't have a choice. We're going to go ahead and dump these energy here. Yeah, there's a good shot we're going to get up to 310 damage next turn. But we need a boss's orders to make it work. Because they're just going to keep switching into the Mimikyu. But we can Star Portal to our Radiant Greninja, and we can snipe the Mimikyu, and we can snipe the Flygon. And then we have a KO the next turn as well. So I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Yeah, that Iono is pretty tough. That Iono was pretty tough, but it did give us the boss, and it gave us the Ceruledge and the energy. That's not the effect that they wanted to have there. I wonder if they're going to do the 100 damage to all of us. They could do the 100 damage to each of my EX. Nope, they're going to switch. They're only getting 1 prize here off of this Ceruledge, thanks to the Legacy Energy. We do have 3 energy, right? 3 water. We only have 2. I really don't want to use Star Portal for 2, but we don't really have a choice, do we? We could get a water energy here off PokéStop. We got the water energy off PokéStop. Nice. We actually would. I think we could get to the 310 damage here. Yeah, we could totally get to the 310 damage here. That's crazy. Problem is we don't have a way to attach enough fire energy and to be able to retreat. So we're kind of stuck in the attacking with Greninja mode here. I think we just take the Trapinch and then we one-hit KO the Flygon EX. With boss's orders, with the Ceruledge. Because we are doing over 310 damage at this point. Looks like we're going to be going to 5 and 3. Looks like we're going to be going to 5 and 3. Probably going to grab another Mimikyu here, if I had to guess. They hit us with an Iono, could get kind of sketchy, but we do have 2 boss's orders, so they could just Iono us into a boss's orders. They knock out the Radiant Greninja, then we just push up the Ceruledge. Okay, there's Mimikyu. Not what we want to see. But we do have knockout on Flygon if they don't disrupt our hand. Can we just go ahead and change this record to 5 and 3? Should be 6 and 2. Should be 6 and 2. Okay, so they cannot disrupt our hand any longer unless they play Unfair Stamp. I haven't seen an ace spec. They could play Unfair Stamp. Not sure what they're going to grab here. Probably a rescue board for the Mimikyu. I'm going to show you the Great Tusk Mill after this match. We were supposed to do that after last match, but I just kind of got into the next one. There's a rescue board. So they're going to knock out the Greninja. They don't have any hand disruption, it looks like. What is that metal energy for? I don't see anything that needs oh, the metal right there on Flygon. Metal fighting water. All right, they just gave us the game. They had to disrupt our hand, otherwise we just had it. Kind of curious if they would have Iona'd us down to 2 if we would have got to the boss. Let's see. Because we would have used Flip the Script. Would these 3 cards have gotten us the boss? It did not. Yeah, we just need one more. Taking a 1-hit KO on the Flygon with Abyssal Flames doing 330 damage. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. All right. Take the last 2 prize cards and we'll take a look at that Great Tusk deck. 5 and 3. 6 and 2 would look a whole lot better than 5 and 3, wouldn't it? Still a pretty good winning percentage for a deck, in all honesty. Let's go to decks. Level 52, nice. All right. Okay, here's the mill. Let me switch over to... All right, so we play the 1 Mile. We play 2 Mimikyu, 1 Pidgeot so we don't deck out, 4 Great Tusk, 1 Cornerstone, 1 Greninja, 1 Tatsugiri. The trainer counts where it gets kind of weird. 1 Heavy Ball, 4 Counter Catcher, 1 Sealstone, 2 Pokegear, 2 Rescue Boards to put on the Tatsugiri and whatever else may be in the active. Pal Pad, 3 Nest Ball. We play the 4 Artisan. We really like to bump our opponent's stadiums with the Artisan. And then like once they have played 3 or 4 stadiums, we could play the Neutralization Zone to really catch them off guard. We do the 4 Handheld Fans for low energy decks. It's so strong. Eerie, just in case they try and collect cards with the Pidgeot, like Super Rod, Gravity Gemstone, Neutralization Zone, 2 Earthen Vessel, 5-1-4-1 for the energy. That's what I played. I did pretty well at a League Cup with it. Everybody knew what I was playing, so they were, starting their matchups playing against it. I actually got to, I got so high in Arceus League with this deck. I think at one point I went on, a 10-game winning streak with it on the ladder because it's just crazy strong. All right, let's jump back into some matches here. Five and 3. We got 2 matches left. I think we could end up 7 and 3 here. I think we could end up 7 and 3. It's a pretty good record. Let's see what happens though. Our opponent does get to choose first or second here. If they choose to go second, that kind of tells us they're playing like a Raging Bolt style deck, so we'll want to start a basic 1 prize Pokemon, but they are choosing to go first. We haven't really seen anything crazy yet. Just a lot of the same stuff. I guess 2 Iron Thorns decks is kind of crazy. But we haven't seen a Charizard, and we haven't seen a Dragapult. And this deck feasts on Dragapult and Charizard. All right, Trapagos. Doesn't really tell us a whole lot. A lot of people are just using Trapagos at... Oh, wow. Going first was not the play there for them, was it? All right, we do have Squawkabilly. We got Palkia V and VSTAR. Do have Charcadet. We only have 3 Charcadet. I think we're going to use our Squawkabilly for sure here. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Palkia as well. Palkia is a super strong attacker versus Terrapagos. Research. Two Night Stretchers in hand is really tough. Two Night Stretchers. Dumping 2 Night Stretchers is really, really tough. I don't like that. I don't like doing that at all. Just go ahead and grab another Charcadet, and we'll Squawk and Seize. Hopefully we grab an energy here for Radiant Greninja. Nice. Do want to grab a couple of more water energies. That way we could Star Portal next turn. We do have the Star Portal option available to us next turn. Very, very nice. That was about as good of a first turn you can get going second with this deck for sure. We got the Research and we got the Squawkabilly. We do have knockouts on their Terrapagos lined up. If they do get some like Hoothoots down without a Manaphy, we'll just use Greninja and Chorus. What could be playing Chorus right now? Let's see. What could be playing Chorus right now? Lost Vacuum, Mirage Gate. Are we playing Lost Box? Wasn't expecting a Lost Box today. This was not on the bingo card whatsoever. There's Greninja as well. Definitely should have grabbed the Fezandipiti instead of that third Charcadet now that we know what we're playing. They put down another Comfey, we'll just go after both Comfeys. Take 2 prizes. We may just go ahead and Pal Pad back this boss's orders. Yeah, they're not disrupting our hand, so we do have Palkia VSTAR, Star Portal in hand. So they're down Chorus, Lost Vacuum, and Mirage Gate already. And they have already played a Chorus. So if we take out their 2 Comfeys, they could just kind of be stuck. There's a good chance that they're just going to be stuck here. We're going to pass the turn. All right. They just passed the turn. We could grab our VSTAR. Just go ahead and dump both fire energies. Grab the VSTAR. We're going to play Night Stretcher. We're going to grab a fire energy back just so we can concealed cards. We do need to see a few more cards here. All right, there's a Carmine. We do want to put back Boss before we Carmine, though. There's Legacy Energy. That's crazy, man. We're going to go ahead and attach the Legacy Energy. We're going to Star Portal. And just take out both Comfeys. I don't think there's really any response to this for them. Because if they put back 2 more Comfeys, then we'll just take those out as well. If they don't knock out the Radiant Greninja, then we have Moonlight Shuriken online next turn as well. with a fire energy attachment, believe it or not, because the Legacy Energy does count as a another water energy. That's kind of crazy that they had that third Colress in hand. Every time I play Lost Box, it's just nothing. Absolutely nothing. All right. What do they get? Dumping a Gravity Mountain and a Water Energy. Heavy Ball? What are they grabbing? Nothing. Oh, no. This isn't looking too good. Super Rod, probably back both Comphase and the Energy. Yeah, both Comphase and the Energy back with Super Rod. There's the Poffin. They really need to get this knocked out this turn. Without a knockout on this turn, I think it's just game over. There's okay. Or Manaphy. Manaphy works. Okay. Manaphy does work. If they pass the turn with the Greninja in the active, then we may just retreat and attack with Ceruledge. I think we're so far ahead that we should be fine with that play. Let's see what they do. Did they just get rid of Cramorant? That's probably a one of. I can't believe they got rid of that. We do need to get this other Charcadet evolved as soon as possible. We do need a Night Stretcher to do so. Pass of the turn. I think we just retreat and attack here. I don't see any reason. I don't see any reason to do anything else. All right, we'll go ahead and dump the water. We'll just start swinging with the Abyssal Flames. We're doing 230 damage, so we can knock out anything on their board. I don't like having this 70 HP Charcadet just hanging out without being evolved. They could get Sableye this turn pretty easily. We still haven't seen a boss's orders or a PokéStop this game. It's crazy. Pikachu. Okay. Okay. Do they have double Mirage Gate Pikachu here? I'm not going to lie. I wasn't expecting this. Okay. Very nice. We may just promote the Charcadet here and swing with the Charcadet because they do have Pikachu online with just straight up Mirage Gate because they still have 2 left. If we get a boss's orders here, we'll just go around it. Because we have so few cards in deck, there's a good shot we could just completely go around this a few times. All right, let's grab our Fezandipiti. We are kind of committing to the Charcadet play here because we did promote it. Yeah. We're going to break the ability on the Pikachu with Charcadet. They could have a switch card in hand to get rid of that damage, though. If they do, that's where things could kind of start getting sketchy. But they are bench locked, so they can't put down Sableye or anything like that. We should get to it should be getting close to the point here where we can just start using boss's orders every turn. We do have 2 in deck. They've only played 1 switch cart, 1 rescue board, so if they don't have another switch in hand, I'd be very surprised. They should definitely switch cart this damage off. Yeah. All right, so with them doing that, the play becomes... just put up single prize, right? They haven't played any boss either. That could be kind of sketchy. There's Mirage Gate. That's their 3rd. They're not playing Prime Catcher because they're playing Sparkling Crystal. This is an interesting deck. I'm not going to lie. I like this deck. I like this deck a lot. We're attacking with Terapagos. They just didn't have the Super Rod to put stuff back, it looks like. There's the boss. What do we do? Do we take the Manaphy? Or do we just... I mean, we're going to flip the script. There's the fire. I think we just take the 2 prizes and then we boss around. We should have 1 Night Stretcher left. Yeah, we just Night Stretcher back boss. Which means we can get rid of all of this. Yeah, boss, Night Stretcher are only 2 cards left. If they hit us with Roxanne, I want to draw into those 2 cards. So we're just going to leave everything that's left. Actually, we're going to take 1 energy. We're going to take the water energy out because we do not want to see that if they do hit us with Roxanne. And then we should just win with boss in hand. Even if they hit us with Roxanne, we should be we have an energy, a boss's orders, and a Night Stretcher in the next 3 cards. So if they hit us with Iono, we're safe. If they hit us with Roxanne, could get kind of sketchy, but we should have it. It looks like they whiffed the Super Rod. There's the Super Rod. That's what they needed. So as long as we don't get hand disrupted, we have game. If they do hand disrupt us, there's a pretty good chance we still be able to figure it out. Because we have Flip the Script, we have concealed cards, we have PokéStop if we have to do it. This is an interesting deck. Whoever this person is, they have a good idea. I honestly never would have considered playing Pikachu in Lost Box with Sparkling Crystal. I don't think I would have ever considered that. There's Sableye, which is fine. They're probably going to swing with Pikachu here. They don't really have a choice because they need its ability. We just have to hope they don't play Roxanne. If they play Iono, that's fine. All right. Fantastic. We win. Flip the Script gives us the rest of our deck, and the rest of the deck is everything we need for the win. All right, flip the script. All 3 cards we needed were our last 3 cards. It's crazy. Shows how broken Fezandipiti is. Let's kill the Manaphy. We're going to knock out the Manaphy. 290 damage on the Manaphy is a little overkill. All right. 6-3, not bad. 6-3. Should be 7-2 if I promoted the right Pokemon last game. All right, we got one more match left. Could end up with a result of 7-3, 8-2 if I promoted the right Pokemon. So far, this deck feels really, really good. I don't really have anything I would want to change. I have missed the Brilliant Blender a few matches so far. But so far, it's just felt really good. Let's see what we end up playing against in our last match today. Let me know what you guys think of this deck. You guys think we should go back to the Brilliant Blender? Or do you guys think we should stick with the Legacy Energy? The Legacy Energy has saved us in one match so far. But I feel like there's been about 2 matches where I wish I had the Brilliant Blender. We needed that extra 100 damage against Iron Thorn specifically. Mulligan. All right. Pretty good start. As long as we have one of our Squawkabillies, this is a good start. Dumping Briar is not so good. All right. We did prize one of our Squawkabillies, but we do play 2. So we'll go ahead and dump this hand. Maybe we'll get a hold of a Carmine. We did get a hold of a Carmine. That's awesome. Feel like we have to play the Pal Pad. Ultra Ball. Do we have Palkia V? We do not have Palkia V. So we're just going to grab another Charcadet. And we're going to play Carmine. And let's go ahead and get sealed cards. I was just going to attach that energy, but there's a good chance we do just get one back. We got PokéStop. Okay. Just keep it going here. There's Vessel. I don't think we ever want to use Vessel, do we? No, we're just going to pass. We're just going to pass. Without having the Palkia V, getting all those water energies in the discard pile is not a super big deal, honestly. Hey, mirror match. Last game, mirror match. Let's go. Here's the Carmine. What are they dumping? They got a fighting energy. And Pokemon catcher. There's the Squawk. We may just go after the Squawkabilly. Radiant Greninja is really strong as well. Drillbur. What does Drillbur do? That's pretty good. That's a pretty good card. Did it just let them discard a boss's orders? Why did it let them discard? It says right here, discard 3 basic fighting energy. I'm losing my mind. Okay. Okay. Charcadet. Doing 190. Do we just take the 2 prizes? Or do we deny him Radiant Greninja? I think we deny them Radiant Greninja. Ooh, that was tough. That was actually really, really tough. Yeah, let's just deny them the Radiant Greninja. And then we could boss around later. Them not having Radiant Greninja is going to slow down their game quite a bit. Hey, there's our second Squawkabilly. All right, so they need 270, which is... What is that? 13 energy in the discard pile? Yeah, they need 13 energy in the discard pile. There's 2. They do have the Ultra Ball. Probably for 2 more energy. Carmine. Must have a research in hand. All right, so they need 4 more energy for a knockout here. Yeah, nice. Just have the research in hand. Nice. Heavy Ball. Probably a card that we should play too, is I'm not going to lie, we probably should be playing Heavy Ball. All right, I think they got it. There's Fez. Draw 3. Need 2 more energy. That's all they need. And we're kind of in the same boat. We got to get up to 13 energy. All right, so they need 1 more energy or 2 more. They didn't discard an energy here, but they could just have an Ultra Ball in hand for these 2, which is probably what they have. I like the Drillbur. I like it a lot. All right, there's another energy. They got it. They got there. Dang, all their vessels in 1 turn. They got all the vessels in 1 turn. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. GG. Congratulations. That's pretty absurd right there. All right. We're in the same boat here. We want to try and get a Fezandipiti out. Let's go ahead and PokéStop. Hopefully we don't just discard everything we need. That's really nice. Really nice. Let's go ahead and dump the Jet and the Squawk. Grab our own Fezandipiti. Not having the Palkia in this matchup is really bad. Palkia is probably our best attacker. All right, we are at 270. We do have to Night Stretcher and energy up. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Discard that one. Grab another Charcadet. And then we pull an energy out. And then we're doing the correct amount of damage. Finding Legacy Energy would be really nice. We just haven't seen it yet. All right, we're only getting 1 prize here, but we are taking out their biggest threat. And we eventually we're going to get our Legacy Energy as well. Eventually. Palkia would be nice. I actually don't think we play PokéStop anymore. We really need our Legacy Energy to fix this prize trade. Honestly, Radiant Greninja would have fixed this prize trade by itself if we didn't prize our Palkia V. This match is free if we have Palkia. But obviously we prized it. We really need Legacy Energy here. Really, really need Legacy Energy. And even then, they could just have Boss for game. They probably just have Boss for game. It is in there. We do have Legacy Energy in the deck. Just haven't seen it. Go ahead and grab the Palkia out. Give us a better chance of getting our Legacy Energy. Because we really, really need the Legacy Energy here. All right, concealed cards. 2 cards. Can we get the Legacy Energy? If we don't, we just lose. And that's game. Because if I play anything else, we just deck out. That's unfortunate. We prize Palkia. Otherwise, this matchup is free. 100% free. There's no shot they don't have it in their hand. Yeah, no shot. They got it. It's one of those give them the emoji thing. Didn't see Legacy, and we prize Palkia. Five cards left in deck. We just never got there. Watch them prize there on the other Ceruledge. Oh, they didn't get it. What are they doing? Do they just not have it? Oh, no, not like this. That's scuff. Oh, no. That's so cooked, man. Oh, no. I feel a little bad if they don't have it. Okay. GG. They did. I think they prized their other Ceruledge. That's hilarious. All right. That's the last match. In all honesty, we should have been 7-3 if I just promoted the right thing. I think this is a good deck overall. I don't think it's the best deck to come out of this list or out of this new set, Surging Sparks. I honestly think Goldingo is the best deck to come out of this new format with the Energy Search Pro. But, I mean, we really did go 7-3. I just didn't promote the right thing. Good winning percentage overall. You can't prize Palkia in the mirror match. Like that's what it's for. It's to take out the Charcadets with Moonlight Shuriken. Legacy Energy also helps offset the prize trade. They were able to offset the prize trade. I was not, and that's why they won. That's why our Legacy Energy is so strong. I do appreciate you guys checking out the stream. I'm gonna get off here. We'll probably play 10 rounds tomorrow. We'll probably play Regigigas tomorrow. We'll play 10 rounds of Regigigas tomorrow once I have the list finalized and see how it does.